Alright, good afternoon everyone. Today is Wednesday, February 15th, 2012. We're going to go over the trades that we took this morning, the trades that we went through. The trades that set up everywhere. I'll show you a lot of setups today because I didn't take any trades on the ES or the YM this morning. Okay? Dwayne took some 2100 tick trades this morning. I will have to go and look. I don't think I have his DOM in my email, but anyway, okay. I'm gonna look at Dwayne took a bunch of trades this morning on the 2100 tick, okay, and I think he also took some on the YM. Now you see all the arrows that I have that are orange are trades that set up that I didn't take. All the arrows that are yellow are trades that I actually did take. So you're not going to see any yellow arrows on the YM or the ES charts today. But I'll go through the setups anyway this morning. All right, here on the 4-tick range, we didn't have any setups right here. All the way through the morning, the BBC was inside the box. Okay, so there were no setups. Right here, we were in the break by the time it finally got outside the box. Nothing we're going to do there. All right, that was the 4-tick range. Pretty quick, painless, huh? Let's go over here and look at the 10,000 contract. On the 10,000 contract this morning, this was the pre-market. This right here after the bearish cross was the one pullback that actually looked like a nice trade setup if you overlooked the fact that it's going right into the zone. Now, I would not take that because I don't trade into the zones, but that was the trade right there. Okay. After that, the BBC was in the middle of these two zones all morning, which made it virtually untradeable. They made it untradeable from the 2100 and it made it untradeable from the 10K when you're trading off the BBC. Now, if we were to go to the naked 2100, which means you only have the MA1 on the charts, then that changes things a little bit. As Dwayne showed you, he went through it all earlier, but these were the trades this morning. I marked them all this morning when they were happening. This one happened during the break right over here. Okay, that happened during the break right there. And there's another one setting up right now. Okay, there's another one setting up right now. You can see it. The price has moved down below the MA1. It's dropping down below the weekly trading zone. So what you need to look for here is the range of the price action from the peak of the pivot to the trough of the pivot before it pulls back to the MA1, and then the position where it's pulled back to the MA1 to see how much room it's got left to go. In this case, all these trades this morning met the requirements. Okay, this one right here was the only one that didn't go the full 2 points. I think that one right there. All the other ones, Dwayne went through them all, and today I was actually listening, but he didn't give the exact numbers on all of them. But one of them was 3.75 points, another was 2.25, another was 2.25, and these other ones were over 2 points, all except for this one right here. There, that's pretty much it on the ES. I'd go over much more detail, but there's just nothing to go over because we were stuck in between those zones this morning, trading off the BBC. All right, now on the YM. We started the morning off up here. All right, this was a pre-market right here at 9:01 Eastern time. The BBC was inside the zone. This is tradable on the YM. Okay, when the BBC is inside the zone like that, headed down, it's the first pullback to the BBC after the bearish cross. That's tradable. I didn't have any other trades in there. We did have one partner who took this trade here once it dropped through this zone. He took this trade right here. After that, there was no trading going into the zone right here. Over here, it was possible to trade here, but nothing was saying that it would be a good trade. When this was happening here, the ES was right above the zone, so I didn't want to take that trade. I said I didn't take that trade, and I told everyone I wasn't going to take that trade. It just got really messy in here after that. Okay, and that's pretty much where that was. Now, those were the ES and the ES and the YM. Okay. now I'm going to jump over to some markets that did have some trades this morning, and we did actually take some trades. Now, for the record, we're going to say that, well, I didn't have any trades, but hang on, let me just get to my email here because Dwayne just emailed me his DOMs, so I can show those in the recording. Okay. Here they are. Okay. So for the record, I didn't have any trades on the ES or the YM this morning, but Dwayne made 5 points on the ES and 8 points on the YM. Okay, 5 points on the ES and 8 points on the YM. All right, and that's per contract. Okay, so those will be the trades for the record at the end of the day. Now I'm going to bring over the other markets. I just wanted to point out to you as well. This is the 6E. Now this morning it started off, what we were looking for was the white turning down to the left of the green. It did that right here. So there was a trade right here, possible trade set up right there. It did it again right over here. The white turned down to the left of the green. I actually took this one and stopped out right there. It was right inside the zone, which made that questionable. It was actually below the zone when I entered, but it went right back inside it. And then it eventually came down. It had a follow-up trade over here that I missed. You see the same thing, the white turning down to the left of the green, price closing down below the MA1. Over here, it turned up with the white to the left of the green, price above the MA1 for the move up right here. Okay. Over here, price is not to the left. Over here, price is to the left, but it's going right into the zone. I pointed that out in the room when it was happening. Over here, it was turning over in the middle. I mean, this worked out well. It turned down to the left of the green. Price was down below the MA1. It worked out well. I didn't take the trade, but I don't think I would have taken it had I been watching it because it was turning over right in the middle of the combo area there. This right here, you see price turned down right here. It wasn't exactly to the left of the green, but price did turn down right there, and then the price went up. So this was a losing trade this morning on the 6E. Okay, and right now it looks like it's probably getting ready to move up some more. Is what it looks like right here. Okay, we have divergence, complete divergence right here, and it looks like it's probably getting ready to move up some more. Now, that was one trade that I did take was back there that I showed you right there this morning. I stopped out on that trade. Okay, now I'm going to slide over the Russell from the morning. Okay. Let's see, this was the start of it all right here. What I was looking for on the Russell, now this black line right here is the same as the white line over here. I just made it black instead. Easier for you guys to see, I think. Anyway, what I was looking for was divergence between the black line and the cycle. All right, so we got that, and then it closed down below the MA1. That was a big move down right there. Price pulled back a little bit, did it again right there. It did it again here, but we sort of lost the divergence. I mean, it still made the move down, but we sort of lost the divergence there. You know, it still gave, I think, probably 6 or 8 ticks on the Russell. Okay, then it turned around and it started to go the other way. So right there, moving up. Then you see again down here on the bottom we have divergence, and right there it closed up and moved up. Then I noted in the room this morning that the lines were all together here, but they weren't overbought or oversold at the time, and that it looked like it was going to get a little messy. It gave us a big move down, but we didn't have any signal on that. All right. Then once it got down here, we had a little bit of sideways action right in here, and then finally it moved down over here. Okay, that dropped down and price dropped down below the MA1 for that move down, and then it all moved back up, and we had divergence again for the move up right there. All right, it all moved down again, and we had some divergence again in here. I took this trade in the room this morning. All right, I think I got, what did I get on that? 48 ticks, something like that altogether. It was 8 contracts. Okay. Then everything moved up. We got some divergence again. We closed up above the MA1. Price moved up. And you can see right here, what we would be waiting for here is for this to turn down right now and price to get down below the MA1, and that would be an opportunity for us to go short. Alright, that was the Russell, and if I can find my Russell DOM, I'll put that trade on right here. Hang on, just give me a second, let me find my Russell DOM. Here it is. Alright, if it happens right in here in the next couple of minutes, then I'll put that trade on in here. Okay, I don't know that it's going to, but we'll see. This down here, it is not set to move. Yeah, see, it didn't. It's going to have to drop down a bit more here for it to roll this over. This is not set to move intra-bar. It's set to move at the close of the bar. Okay, so we have closed down below the MA1 right here. We have complete divergence. If the trade came together, I would put it on, or I will put it on. But for the record, these were the results from this morning. Okay, we had 8 points in the YM and 5 points on the ES, 20 ticks. Okay, 20 ticks on the ES per unit. All right, I'll just give this a couple of minutes here. Does anybody have any questions on the naked? Yes, that's still a 2x2 bracket, Robert. Now, this morning I think Dwayne adjusted the bracket a little bit a couple times because of the proximity to the weekly trading zones. Okay, because I know there were a couple of times that one time it was going into the zone, so he took profit at the zone, and there was another time that it weakened as it approached the zone, and he took profit at that time as well. So I think he got a point on one and a point and a half on another one when he got the full, something like that. I don't know. Somehow he managed to get 5 points out of it. And I'm sure he didn't take all the trades either. There, okay, that did just drop down there. Now I'm going to try to short here I am going to short there at 20.4. Okay, so I just shorted the Russell at 20.4 right there, and there we go. Moving in our favor. Alright, I don't have any risk on the trade. And I'm just going to lock in 1 tick on the trade right there, right? I have absolutely no risk on this trade right now. I have 1 tick profit locked in. I don't know where it's going to go, but if the Russell moves right now like it normally moves, it could drop down pretty quickly. There is one other thing that I want to show you as well. In just a minute here, I'll show you. Oh, I want to watch this Russell trade play out, because this is live. This is a live trade. This is real money. Okay. But here, let me. I'll bring the other thing over right here. All right, I can watch the DOM. It looks like oops. It looks like I'm gonna get taken out here with +1 tick on this probably. I'm not taken out yet, which is odd, but I'm okay with it. All right, I did get taken out. I actually got I got +1 tick on that. All right. Now, okay, so let me point that trade out to you. That was a live trade right there. So I entered right in there. All right, and I got out right there, or actually up there. Hang on, let me make these yellow because that was an actual live trade for you. Okay, the yellow ones are trades I actually take. I think I said that earlier. All right, and there it goes, dropping like a stone. All right, what I wanted to show you guys, what I started to show you here, was the NASDAQ. See that? It's going right down to the zone. It pulled right back up to my stop and took me out and went down to the zone. That stinks. But anyway, if I wasn't doing the recording here, I might have handled that a little bit differently. here we go right here, guys. This is the NASDAQ. I know we have some guys in the room in our morning session who like to trade the NASDAQ, and I know I never cover it in the morning session. But just looking at the same basic stuff on the NASDAQ, we have the MA1. This is a 500 contract chart. We have the MA1 and the combo going here. All right. So when when the white's to the left, you're looking to go long when it gets above. You're looking to go short when it gets below. You can see all these places here where it's moving. Now I don't trade the NASDAQ myself, so I can't put a value on these trades, but just looking at them, right here was the actual open. So let's look from here. Just looking at them, you can see that moved up like it should have. This moved down like it should have. This moved up like it should have. There was no trade in here because it wasn't to the left. Right over here, it moved up some more like it should have. Over here, where it's to the left, it moved down like it should have. Over here, the white was not to the left, so there was no trade. Over here, it moved down some more like it should have. Over here, it moved up some more like it should have. No trade right here because the white was not to the left. Over here, it moved up some more like it should have. Over here, the white is to the left, so it moved down. Right here, there was nothing because the white's not to the left. Right here, we got a little bit more move down. Then some more up. A little bit down. This one right here might not have worked out to be very much. Might have been a stop out. Right here, the white was to the left and going up. And right here, it started to get choppy. The white was to the left, moving down. You probably would have stopped out on that one. Your risk would have had to have been up above this swing right here, so you would have stopped out on that. But it did it again right here for that big move down that we were just in on the Russell. Okay, you can see that move right there. If I hadn't moved my stop to break even, then we would have been up pretty big in that trade. Where did I get into that exactly? I got into that right here at 0.4 or something like that. 0.4 or 0.5, something like that. And it dropped a couple of points. With 8 contracts, that would have been about $1,600 right there. Anyway, that's it. Yes, there is a G trade coming in, and no, we don't have WTCs on the NQ. We used to, but not enough people were asking for it, and we were never really looking at it either. So I'm going to slide that off. Again, for the record, this morning we're going to show Dwayne's results from the live trading room. The 8 points on the YM and the 20 ticks, or the 5 points on the ES. Okay? That is it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up right here. I know I've run over a little bit here. Okay?